Yo. It's Razo no Kami, and today we're hopping into high school hoops. Trying to go from 0 to Stephen Curry in just 24 hours. I'm talking pulling from half court, breaking ankles, and turning around before the shot even drops. So do yourself a favor, smash that like button, and snipe the subscribe button from deep. Because if you don't, you're gonna be out here breaking free throws like Shaq in the clutch. Don't do that to yourself. Alright, let's stop talking and start shooting like Chef Curry. Let's go. Alright, first things first, character customization. So obviously, the boy's just waking up, fresh out of the gym after dropping 40 the day before. And yes, he's light-skin certified, with a cheeky afro taper and green eyes to match. You already know he's got that Curry gene. Now for the build. I had to channel my inner Steph Curry, pulling up from anywhere, dropping dimes. Ankle breaking handles, the whole package. So I went with a sharpshooting short build. It just felt right. If it ain't broke, don't fix it. And Curry's shot is automatic. Now the badges. I didn't max out shooting. Yeah, I know. But the top tier badges weren't even worth it at max. So I took one off the top. Handles? Maxed out. Athleticism? You already know, maxed. Because Curry might be small, but he's faster than lag spikes in a public server. Man's doing reverse layups on LeBron like it's a drill. And of course, we threw points into layups too. Cause what's the point of being Curry if you can't finesse in the paint? Anyway, that's the build. We're ready. Let's load up and light it up from half court. Let's get into the park. Okay, you already know what it is. A young college Curry, out here in the park, looking for comp to train for that championship run. Locked in like it's March Madness. I'm talking laser focus. The handle? Tight. The jumper? Vet. The mission? Simple. Dominate. And now, I finally found myself in my first real game. No bottom PS. No merci. No excuses. Just me and the ball, bro. I had to show these scouts what I could do. They came to watch potential, but I came to show precision. You guys just need to see what happens next. So yeah, we won our first game. You already know, your boy was going crazy from 3. Hand down, man down, I was pulling from deep like Steph in the playoffs. But unfortunately, after that, everything fell apart. I started losing a lot, like back-to-back-to-back losses. And I'll be real with you, the morale was down bad, bro. I sat there, looking up at the sky like, yo, is basketball even for me? I pulled up the scouting report, thinking maybe I was tripping. But no, nah, you guys just need to hear it for yourselves. This scouting report was violent. Roll the tape.
Stephen Curry, 6'3", 185 pounds, position, point guard. Stephen's explosiveness and athleticism are below standard. He's not a great finisher around the basket. He needs to considerably improve as a ball handler. Often struggles against physical defenders. Stephen must develop as a point guard in order to make it in the league. He will have limited success at the next level. Do not rely on him to run your team.
At this point, I was at my lowest, losing game after game, missing shots I knew I could make, questioning everything. I started wondering, is basketball really for me? The energy was gone. The motivation was fading. I looked at my scouting report, cold numbers, harsh words, and it felt like all the work I had put in meant nothing. But then, something happened. I watched a video. It was Stephen Curry. Not highlights, not just threes, but his story from being overlooked, called too small, too weak, a player people didn't believe in. And yet, he kept showing up, kept putting in the hours, kept trusting the process. There was something in that video that hit different. The pain, the perseverance, it was real. I saw myself in that. And that's when I made the decision. I wasn't done. I wasn't going to walk away from something I loved just because the road got hard. Because if Curry didn't quit, why should I? That video didn't just motivate me. It reminded me of who I was and why I started in the first place. So I got back up and I kept going.
I talked about faith, passion, obviously the drive with the guys that I've been around and the guys that surround me every single day. But a part of that is having the will to succeed. Knowing that you put the work in and have the confidence to let it show. What I tell people is just be the best version of yourself in anything that you do. You don't have to live anybody else's story. Sometimes people make it seem like you have to have certain prerequisites or a crazy life story in order to be successful in this world. But the truth is you really don't. It doesn't matter where you come from, what you have or don't have, what you lack, what you have too much of, but all you need to have is faith in God.
After weeks of training so hard my muscles were on fire and every breath felt like a battle, the day had finally come. The state championship, all the late nights, the missed parties, the soreness, the doubts, it all led to this. As I stepped into the gym, the lights felt brighter, the crowd louder, the pressure heavier, but I was ready. I had trained for this. Mentally, physically, spiritually, I was locked in.
Retro.
The zone. In this state of extreme focus, all unnecessary thoughts disappear, but whom it chooses to open for is completely unpredictable. It is the ultimate domain, open only to the chosen few. However, almost mockingly so, Almine's senses force the door open, bending it to his will.
The only one who can beat me is me.
And with that last shot, we had finally beaten them. The game was over. We had won the state championship. All that was left was for me to become a pro, to get drafted into the NBA. This is how draft night went.
With the 7th pick in the 2009 NBA Draft, the Golden State Warriors select
Rezo no Kami.
from Davidson College.
And now that I've finally been drafted, I'm officially a pro. The journey was long and grueling, but it's finally happened. The transition from being a young rookie to becoming a full-fledged professional. But this is only the beginning. I still have to prove myself in the NBA, to earn my name, my respect, and my legacy. The road ahead won't be easy, but every step, every game, every moment is part of the climb. And I'm ready. And that's a wrap. If you made it to the end, you're a real one. I appreciate you big time. Make sure you smash that like button, obliterate that subscribe button, and turn on those notice so you don't miss what's coming next. It's been your boy, Rezo no Kami, and I'll catch you in the next one. Peace.